Hey, what's up, guys? So we're right here
Yes.
on our podcast again, Eli and Mike. We are presenting one of our most amazing guests. We love her to death.
Yes.
Amanda Lynn is here. Hey.
Welcome,
Hi guys,
welcome. How
thank
are
you so much for having me.
Oh my God, we're so
Anytime.
blessed. We're so blessed to have you. And obviously, we're all wearing pink today. I just have to throw that out there.
Yes, we
You
had
know.
to.
We understood the assignment, correct?
And it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday,
so we have
everybody.
to wear pink because we have to coordinate our outfits.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's branding.
You
Yes.
know
We match the
branding.
sign.
Oh my
Right.
God, yes,
Love
true.
you guys.
Exactly. We
And
love
honestly,
you
it's
too.
so important to brand. You know, that's the biggest thing. You know, we're in this real estate business that we run. All of us are in business in real
Yes.
estate and mortgage.
Mhm.
And branding is the biggest thing that most people have a lot of obstacles with.
Right.
And we are doing the best we can. You guys can do
Yes.
the same thing. But, you know, Amanda Lynn is here, and we really
Yes.
appreciate you being here. You know,
Thank
we didn't
you.
even know you were so close to us.
I know.
I mean,
Right?
How,
She
how
lives
far
right
are you?
down the
Like,
street.
what, 5 minutes?
I literally live like 5-6 minutes away.
That is
so.
insane. That is
And,
insane.
and like dressing so epic like this, tell us like how many times a day do you get stopped? And you know, tell us.
Well, stopped, I don't know because I'm on the move. So if
Yeah.
you want to stop and talk to me, you can. I want to be friends with everyone.
Right,
This is
okay.
networking.
There you go.
But we move quick.
Yes,
so you're like a
exactly.
walking billboard.
Yeah.
Right.
Branding is being presentable, always trying to look your best. When we put our costume on, we feel amazing.
Yes.
We take over the day.
Right,
Like this is all
exactly.
part of the branding together.
It
It's
is
so
part
true.
of the branding.
Yeah.
I always call this like this is like my work gear. So everyone's always like, "Oh, like where are you guys going today? You guys look so amazing." I'm like, "Oh, this
Yes.
is our work outfit." Like
Mhm.
this, like as people have scrubs, you know, if you're a nurse or whatnot,
Yes.
they have their outfits. Like this is our outfit. You know what I
It
mean?
certainly
It
is.
even says realtor right here. So you know. what I mean?
That was
Like,
the first thing when I saw you. I was like, what does that say?
Yeah, it
Sure.
says realtor. We're a walking billboard, like you said.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean,
So
Eli, what
epic.
happened to us today when we were on our way to see you
so
today?
we got stopped by some restaurant owner on the way here,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh my God, I love your gear. Look, what do you guys do?" And all of a
Yes.
sudden, he owns so many
Right.
restaurants.
I have his
and
cards
you have
right
his
here
card
because
already
we were
too.
in a rush, like you said,
Exactly,
right?
you gotta go.
We were always on the go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, if you're trying to stop us too, we want to be your friend, but like
we need your card.
yeah, we need your card
Totally.
and then we'll
or
go.
your number.
Right. And
Yeah.
he stopped us because our pink suits.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know, we're here, we're marketing, and in the end, what is that going to do? It's going to help people. It's going to help
Exactly.
us grow. So why not be that walking billboard? You know what
No,
I mean?
And
sure.
also, you want to be memorable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like people are gonna remember this when they look at you
Mhm.
and they see us together.
Yes.
We make them happy. Like when they
Right.
look, they're like, "Damn, these
Yes.
guys are in full pink. You guys look
Seriously.
amazing. Like, where are you going?"
Totally.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's how we want our
Mhm.
clients and people to look at us. That's how I
Right,
want to
right.
be remembered.
Yes,
Like
definitely.
even this morning, I
Mhm.
had a different outfit on. I was
Oh
in
my
like a
God, yes.
nude colored balmain.
Oh
Got
my
it.
door
God.
knocking.
Sexy.
Okay,
But I'm like,
door
if
knocking.
I'm door knocking like a $40 million house,
Yes.
you need to look the
Oh
part
my
when
God,
they open the
absolutely.
door.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
So the outfit is
exactly.
everything.
Oh my
No,
God,
for
it
sure.
truly is.
So
Yeah.
question for you. So obviously you're an entrepreneur, you run your business, and I see you out there hustling. You're even having your own podcast show, which adds
yes.
to that.
Oh my God,
Yes, I do.
congrats.
That is
congrats.
amazing. So
Love
talk
it,
to us
love
about
it.
that, like why you're doing the podcast show. What ignites that? Why do you do it?
Yes.
Okay, well, there's many reasons. I have a background in social media. I
Mhm.
love marketing. I was an influencer before
There you
being an
go.
influencer
Wonderful.
was a real job, like
Wow.
10 years ago when it started.
It
But
still
was
is.
a
It
real
still is.
But it's
Mhm.
now a credible
Yes.
job.
It
But
really
it
is.
was
Oh,
not.
got it.
It was not
That
when I
makes- oh,
started.
yes, yes.
It was the land of proteins and
Mhm.
hair care and
Mhm.
gummy bear this and all of that, you know. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was my background.
Yeah.
Now I tied that into real
Mhm.
estate.
Wonderful.
And social media has a lot to do with it. So having a podcast, I met you guys, as
Yeah,
I'll
we did.
say.
We
We
met.
met at a
Yes.
mastermind.
Correct.
Mhm.
Incredible people there.
So good.
Amazing.
And all they say, like another one, Tom Ferry,
Yes.
he'll say there's 50,000 people that maybe use social media at all that are in real estate
Right.
that want to brand themselves.
Right.
And you should be doing it. But maybe
Yes.
10,000 of those 50,000 people are doing it at scale. Where you're actually
true.
doing podcasts, you're even putting out consistent things like that.
Right.
I want to be with the best. So
yes.
I have that background, but podcasts are the future. It's not only
Yes.
podcasts or YouTube or
Yes.
Instagram, TikTok, it's all of it.
Right.
You
Oh my
have
God.
to do it all. If
You
you
have
really
to,
want to
yes.
thrive and be the
Yes.
best and work with the best, and being in Los Angeles, so competitive.
Mhm,
I work
so
with
competitive.
literally some of the best realtors, brokers in
Yes.
the country, if
Yes.
not the world.
Right.
Wonderful.
So it's very competitive. You have to set yourself apart. You just have to be yourself and
Yeah.
cater to that. So
Yeah, I
doing
agree.
podcasts,
Right.
I love talking to people.
Mhm.
I'm a
Wonderful.
people person.
Love it.
So this is a way just to have like a normal conversation and also teach other people things. I'm sure you guys are learning as you go
Oh,
with
yes.
how you make
Yeah.
it better.
Oh my God, yes.
What you're comfortable with sharing.
Yes.
I'm an open book. So I just
Mhm.
think the podcast is the direction the world is really going.
It really is.
And we want to touch on all those things.
Yes.
So true. You know, I'll relate to that. And me and Mike are really spreading our word with the knowledge. Everybody's looking.
Right.
I think we recently Googled what's the most fascinating thing people are interested in right now,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
it's
Yes.
education.
Wow.
And people are
Education.
seeking to know more.
Right.
Because right now,
Yes.
let's imagine the post-COVID activity. People are just
Absolutely.
lazier, and not our viewers, right? Not you guys, but
Right,
but
right.
You guys
You
are
guys
hard
ain't
workers.
lazy.
You guys are hard workers, but people are lazier, and people are
Yes.
not working, even though there's jobs. And we're out here hustling, doing our thing, dressing up. It's not easy. We
Right.
still wake up, and it's a hustle. It's
Yeah.
a grind.
It's a job.
It's
Right.
definitely a job. However, there are things out there that are available to the public that people don't
Right.
search, they don't look at it. So
Yes.
social media, like you said,
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
very, very big way of networking with people, providing those materials. And you're doing such a great job. I mean, you're verified. You
you.
have over 1 million followers.
Yes. 1 million
I mean-
followers, guys. Like amazing,
seriously,
amazing. That's like an
Thank you.
accomplishment. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
I was old school about it,
Inspired.
so I didn't even realize because it's just another life, kind of. Even though I'm
Okay.
still doing it,
Yes.
I've transitioned and pivoted and changed and evolved with myself, with
Yes.
the world.
Yes.
But sometimes people will be like, Amanda's old school influencer, like when she had 1 million, it was a long time ago, and I'm like, oh my god, my old school, like,
oh my
wow.
God, not even.
But kind
not
of,
even.
it's kind of amazing because
Yeah.
marketing is very important now.
It really
Things
is.
have
Very important.
grown over
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I'm so glad that I was kind of ahead of the curve. Like I blew up my Instagram and really started that when
Right.
not a lot of people were doing it.
Yes.
And now with the algorithms and all of that, it's much harder to do now.
It really is.
They make
Right.
it where it's hard,
a
and you
battle.
have TikTok, you have everything. When Instagram came around, it was the thing.
Right.
We didn't
Really
have
was.
TikTok.
It
We
really
had
was.
YouTube, but
Right.
it wasn't huge. Like
Correct.
Yeah.
things have changed and evolved.
Yes.
So Instagram's just like my baby that has helped
love
me
it.
grow.
Yes.
But it's also I want to post the stuff that I care about. And like
Yes.
this
Okay.
is free knowledge for people.
So true.
Right.
When you're in business and you work your way up, or maybe I've had great connections that other
Yes.
people don't live here, they're not
Yes,
able to
yes.
get that free knowledge. This is free knowledge. So
It
us
is.
doing podcasts, we're providing
Right.
free knowledge to people.
Right.
So we're bringing them value.
Exactly.
That
We're-
is my whole reason behind doing a podcast is
Exactly.
bringing value.
Yes,
my God.
bringing the
That's it.
value
What an
because
impact.
we're in real estate,
you.
we're in mortgages, and in the end, it truly is us looking to help others, looking to help
Yes.
ourselves grow, and we have to be able to market, and it's Amanda with the agency,
The
right?
agency,
Yes.
So amazing, and I
Yes.
know we're in the real estate world, so I kind of want to, you marketing yourself so heavily. I know that you obtained some amazing clients, and hopefully I could say this client, but I know you even had at one time for sale the Marilyn Monroe apartment that she
Yes.
lived in,
Oh
her
my God,
original
that's nice.
apartment.
I remember that.
And I was like, we
Yes.
have to talk about Marilyn Monroe today because we're all in pink, we're
Hey,
all
We're
shiny.
channeling
Absolutely.
her.
We're
honey.
channeling
Come
her.
through, Marilyn.
made it
Yes, come
happen.
through, give us the energy, and tell us what did it take to get yourself to get this place, because that is that's iconic.
It really is.
Well, let me tell you guys a little background about
Yeah.
that condo. So
Yes.
that condo, it was Alex Kadavi's.
Yes.
I've known him for like 6 years through one of my exes, also another client of mine. They were
Yes.
best friends for a while. So that's organically how I met him.
Amazing.
Over time, I started to do real estate, which he didn't realize I had the marketing background that I did.
Right.
So he has that condo. He still has it now. He hasn't sold it
amazing.
yet.
Got it.
I
got
think
it.
he wants to hold on to it. That's
I
why.
see.
Because
Oh
if
my
anyone's
God,
going to sell it,
yes.
honey, I would have sold
Yeah,
it.
Right,
But
right.
I
Yes,
don't think he
yes.
really wants to let it go. I think he's
Right.
holding on to it.
Yes,
At
yes.
the time,
so much
Sure.
history.
It's the history.
You
Yeah.
yes,
know?
and also that building, I'll highlight that building. What's
Yes.
amazing about it is it's a historic building. So it's protected, which means the
Yes.
taxes are
Yes.
very low.
Very
That's
So
true.
you can have a
right.
$2.5 million condo for like $5,000-6,000 roughly
Oh
in
my
taxes
God.
a year.
That's insane.
That's
That's
unheard
insane.
of. That's
So those
unheard
are
of.
advantages.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way that came about was
Yeah.
it was on the market before a while ago. I don't know, 7-10 years ago.
Yes.
And Portia de Rossi also lived in that unit.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah, and
Amazing.
then when we were writing
Okay.
the MLS description,
Yeah.
the old description started Portia de Rossi, blah blah blah,
Oh my
Marilyn.
God.
Started with Portia,
Yeah.
not started with Marilyn.
Wow,
So
okay.
I'm looking at
Wow.
this and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like,
Right.
and then
Right.
someone that works on my team said, well, a gay person must have wrote this, a gay guy, because there's no way they're gonna highlight Portia and not Marilyn first.
Definitely.
Right.
And I was like,
Definitely.
wait a minute, that makes sense. I searched
Yeah.
it, Aaron Kerman.
Oh my!
wow.
Oh my
Okay,
God!
Aaron
Stop.
Kerman.
Okay. Calm down.
But yeah,
But true. Like,
So-
why is Marilyn not
Yeah,
the first?
why
seriously,
is
what
Marilyn
in the-
Monroe not the
Why?
highlight of this? Like,
Exactly.
How's
A
she
little
second?
picture of her or something. You know?
yeah, because the marketing in me is
Yeah.
like ding ding ding, like
Right.
Marilyn
Oh,
Monroe.
right.
So I'm like,
Yes.
oh my god, no. So I got the listing. I
Wonderful.
dressed up like Marilyn.
Oh
I
my
filmed all this
God.
promo
That is
content from
amazing.
the back,
Yes.
looking out the
Wow.
window.
Oh,
like
I
I'm
saw this
Marilyn.
video. You guys
did
have to
you?
go
Oh
see
my
it. It's
God,
on
this is good.
YouTube.
No, it
Or
was
it's on
on
your
my
Instagram.
Instagram, but I have so
Instagram.
many more.
Oh my god, I remember seeing it. It's so
when this
fun.
comes
You
out,
guys
I'll
have to
share
go
some
see it.
more and maybe make a little highlight.
Okay,
I
yeah,
love
we're
it.
gonna
Yes.
we'll add it to our video. You guys will see
You'll
it.
see
Yes,
it.
love
But
it.
yeah,
love it.
I took the Marilyn aspect of that and I ran with it.
Wow.
I'm like, Marilyn Monroe's condo,
Yes.
this is marketing power. This is going to get attention regardless. Right when it went on the market, I'm not even kidding you.
Yes.
Within 1 week, I had 17 press articles.
Oh my.
Wow.
God.
Architectural Digest, House and Garden, OK, People, literally anything and everything. I was like, oh my God. Because I had only been licensed, I would say like 4 months.
Oh wow.
Powerful.
So I
Wow.
made like
Wow,
in the business
amazing.
of branding. Think about
Yes.
this. This listing did so much more for me, even though I did not sell it
Yes.
yet. I could get it back and
Yes.
sell it.
Right.
The reason why I didn't, but what it did do for me, regardless of the fact that it didn't sell,
Yes.
is it gave me all the connections in my email, phone numbers with Architectural Digest and all of these people.
so
Those
good.
contacts are valuable because in the
Very.
future, when I list something and I want to get attention, I want
Yes.
press. I have those people's numbers. I've already
God.
spoke to them. I have their
Yes.
email. So
Yes.
that is marketing power.
And you brought up such a good point because the fact is how we met through the Avengers Mastermind.
Yes.
You know, a lot of individuals that are watching, they don't know how to get into the business. The one of the biggest fails is you join a real estate firm, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know
Yeah.
how to influence, you don't really have the right mentors.
Yeah.
And us, obviously, we work, we hustle, we meet people, and obviously you
Yes.
met individuals that helped you scale as well. And now
Yeah.
you're your own brand, you're your own thing, and everybody can do this. You just got to work harder. You got to meet the right people. Sometimes the biggest thing
Yes.
we teach our own people in our office is you got to join some organizations, maybe join the Chamber of Commerce, join something so
Correct.
you can start meeting these celebrities, these influencers,
Yes.
these
Yes.
very
Yes.
wealthy people that have created these amazing establishments or businesses. And now all of a sudden, you're either the plug or you're the person that now actually plugs other people into that industry. Or
Yes.
starts getting into, Amanda Lynn Estates and starts going to you, hey, I want to buy this $10 million property and so
Right.
forth.
Yes.
So I am so impressed by the fact that there's so much opportunity
There
and you took
is.
advantage of it. You said, come here, come to me.
Yeah.
I know what to do. 4 months of being licensed and all of a sudden you just got that done like that easy. And that's the hard part is people don't think like that.
Yes.
I think we're tuned
Really?
to just think. My personal
you.
experience, I'm probably because I'm the oldest one here. I think. Well, I am. But my experience through my failures is a lot of us think a little negatively. We wake up and we think, well, bad can happen.
Most people. Most people.
We wake up.
You
Well,
know,
most
I
people
can't
think.
say that I
Well,
do.
because I used to be
But
a
you know.
negative person. I
Right,
really, I
right,
would wake
yeah.
up and be
Yes.
like, what else can go
Yes.
wrong today?
Exactly.
Instead of be like, it's going to be a great day. I'm not even going to manifest that.
Yes.
Yes.
And
yes,
you
yes.
being young, beautiful, obviously you're an entrepreneur. You are waking up. You're like, I'm going to take advantage of this day. I'm going
Yeah.
to dress up. And obviously you're healthy as well.
And let's talk about that because you're touring and you're listing and you're being a buyer's agent for $1 million properties, multi-million-dollar properties.
Yes.
And most agents, most people, won't even want to ever look at something like this because it just sounds so scary. The city of Beverly Hills, the city of Bel-air, $300 million.
Right.
You just don't think you would ever walk into a property like that. Or if you're an agent, sell it.
True.
Maybe if you're mortgages, you think you would never, obtain a client or partner. Where did you get, you're so brave to go out there and just say, I can do this. I can sell these $1 million homes. I can be in Bel-air. I can be in Beverly Hills.
to add to
Like,
that-
tell us,
to
that
add to
takes
like,
a lot.
You're a woman in power. So
Yes.
answering his question, like how, like Jesus.
Like, amazing.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it
like
comes
it.
from my childhood. Maybe I
Okay.
just have drive. I just
Yeah.
I didn't have the healthiest childhood.
Got it.
And there was a time where I was ashamed of that, but now I really own that and I can say, this is my power.
Yes.
Do you know how much I can endure before I get stressed out because
Wow.
of that? That's a skill.
It really
Like
is.
I know how to manage people when they're losing their mind. That all has to do from my family. That has nothing.
Yeah.
You have to go through that to learn.
Most
So as you
definitely.
mentioned, the mindset, the negativity, I didn't grow up in the most positive situation,
Yes.
but through knowledge, through the amazing people that I've met, when people say your network is your net worth, it doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight.
Right.
But I have been so fortunate to meet amazing people. And I'm a people person. So maybe because I didn't have the greatest relationship with my family,
Right,
I
right.
pride myself on building great relationships with everyone else.
Right.
Anyone that I feel close
love
to.
that.
So I'm not intimidated to walk up to a 40, 50, 60, 80, $100 million house If I'm going to do
Amazing.
something, I'm going to give it everything I have.
So good.
And I honestly, when you look at me, where do I look like I fit in more? I look like I should be. If I knock on the $40 million house,
Yes.
they're like, oh, hey. Like, they don't look at me like,
Right.
Why are you not
where
going to my
you don't
door?
fit
Yeah.
in around
Right.
here. If I go knock at a house downtown in the middle of nowhere on the
Right.
street, you know,
Yes.
not that it's bad. There's
right.
beautiful places everywhere.
Of course.
I'm saying hypothetically,
Yes.
if I'm in a certain environment, they look at me,
Right.
they're looking at me like,
Yeah.
why are you here?
Right.
It's not
Fully-
like, what are you
fully
doing here,
peeved.
girl?
So true.
It's like,
Fully
why?
peeved, you know, in the middle of LA. No, but it's true.
But I just think I have, like, I'm very tenacious and I'm also very astute. Those are two of my favorite words. So real estate lets me combine all of my talents. I love people.
Yes.
The person
So
that
good.
owns that house
Yes.
started somewhere. Did they come out of the womb with $100 million?
Right.
Probably
Right.
not. So
Right.
they're a person.
Yes.
It's the approach.
Yes.
I love good energy. I'm
Yes.
excited
So
to be
great.
there.
Right, right.
When they open the door, they're
Yes.
like, you know, you're at their house. You need to
Yeah.
be excited. When
Yes.
you're on
So
the
true.
phone and you're calling someone, when you're
Right.
excited, they
Yes.
feel that.
Yes.
When I
So
see
good.
you guys when I get here, I'm excited. Like,
Yes,
I'm like, yes,
yes,
we're like
right.
doing amazing things.
Yes,
We're living our
exactly.
dreams. We're going to teach
Yes.
people stuff. Like,
Right.
we look awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and that's so
Yes.
true because you know what's the first thing that me and Mike do when we get to the business office?
Yeah.
They bring up scenarios, right? Situations. I'm like, you know what? Why don't you start the conversation with, I have great news.
Yeah.
Because it changes the
Yes.
tone immediately. Even the person
Yes.
that you're going to give bad news to or information that might not be so, you know, entertaining.
Yeah.
If you start off with something powerful like, I have great news for you, but explain it in a method that sounds good.
Yes.
Even though it might be not that great news, people take it a little bit differently. So just that energy you bring,
Yes.
you could come in and be like, wow, but let's get this podcast over with. It's time.
Right.
I know I got things
Yes.
to do.
Yes.
Instead of being negative tone and feeling like, hey, I just want to go back home and
Right.
relax. The
Right.
fact is, everybody wants to
Yeah.
hide in the show, but the truth is it feels good.
It does.
empowering
It feels so
people.
good. I mean, you were
Feels
here
amazing.
early. We were all talking about how our podcast is going to go. We're all so excited.
We're getting excited.
happy.
If I would have showed up here
So
2 minutes
amazing.
before, we wouldn't
Right.
have had that
Oh
bonding
my
time.
God.
It's like
Yes.
Yes.
making the most of the time, but
Exactly.
enjoying it.
Yes,
I'm not like, I'm
exactly.
here to enjoy this. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do a
Right.
podcast and be like,
Yeah.
hey guys, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm so
Yeah.
straight, you know, like,
know?
I don't want to be here. When is this
Right,
over?
right, right.
Happening.
You know,
And-
it's
Oh my
like,
God.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
So
True.
keeping
Love
that
that.
energy everywhere you
Exactly.
go.
Yes.
I love that a lot.
And you know, I feel like all of us are big on manifestations. Like
We
for
really
me,
are.
Oh my God.
I'm
Big
so
time.
big on manifestation. I'm wearing the little evil eye right here. You know what I mean? I always have my little pins.
Love
But
it.
I know you're into manifestation too, Amanda.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
I have to ask you this question as well. If you guys have been on her Instagram, there's a picture of a purple convertible.
Oh, it's a purple convertible.
Purple convertible on your Instagram.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And you're manifesting this, so we want to
That
know the
car's sick.
story
It's old
about the
school.
purple convertible.
Okay, there is no story. I
Okay,
love old
tell me.
cars.
Okay.
Like I like old cars.
Yeah.
I also love things that are new.
Okay.
But I appreciate the old
Yeah.
car.
It's
I
so
like
beautiful.
vintage when it's,
It's
done
so beautiful.
correctly. This is
Yeah.
a car that was like restored. I
Okay.
don't even remember what kind of car it is. When I
Yeah.
saw it, I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, so
Right.
sick. It's
Yeah.
I don't even know how much that car costs. It's not
Okay,
cheap.
I love
Yo,
it.
no, of
I
course
love
But
it.
it's
Yeah.
purple. It's
And
like
I don't know what kind of car it is
lowrider.
either. Just saying.
It's
I was
on
like-
my Instagram. It's
Yeah,
like a
it's on her
purple lowrider. We'll
Instagram.
find the picture and
We'll
we can
find
pin
it.
it
Yeah,
up into
it'll
the,
be up here too.
you
It'll
roll
be
it
up here
into the
too.
video.
You know.
But yeah, I just like
Yeah.
things that stand out. And
Yes,
I like things that
yes.
resonate with me. When I
You
saw
know?
that, I'm like, how
Right.
sick would I look? Like imagine
I
me pulling
get
up
it.
in that
I-
to a listing appointment or
I already
something.
saw it.
I would be
I
like
see it
sold.
already.
I would be like sold.
We'll be in the car with
Everybody,
you.
Right.
like
Yeah, we'll be in
G-Wagons
there.
are
You know,
sick,
they
but
are.
when you pull up in that,
know,
or if you go on a date and you have
yes.
someone in the
Yeah,
photo
it's so
shoots,
different.
Exactly.
come on.
Exactly.
That car was sick.
No, yeah, and that's why like we were manifesting our cars too. We have the Tesla, we have the Ferrari, and our Tesla is like chrome blue. If you guys haven't
Yeah.
seen it, check our Instagram out.
Yes.
But also the Ferrari is like chrome green, and we used to like manifest about these colors. Like we would
Right.
be like chilling in bed, and I'm like, imagine like if our car was just like a mirror, but it was blue,
Super
and
shiny.
you know now like people are
Yes.
starting to get those colors on their cars, the wraps. But it all came from like manifestation, just like
Right.
our business, just like our relationships, just like a relationship with
Everything.
you know. So like we're
Yes.
like heavy on manifestation. Eli and Mike, you know what I mean? Like, so
And
love it,
honestly, that all that marketing strategy is so good. I mean, just not our style, like you said. You walked in. You can't just walk into like a Stater Brothers anywhere. You have to pick the right markets. You have to pick the right places to go show homes or be able to knock on doors. You can't just knock on a
Yes.
regular home in LA. Because
Yes.
you have to be in the right presence, the right
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what we do. Like we don't drive the Ferrari in the middle of deep LA with all the cracks on the floor. We actually are
Right.
very careful. Like, are you taking the Ferrari today?
Yeah.
No, but take the Tesla.
Yeah.
Or
And-
maybe take your daughter's car because hers is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So we're very careful, but at the same time, we also understand the methods of how important it is to market and how important it is to show the world, hey, don't be shy of showing the world who you really are. Obviously, we, you know, Eli and Mike, we're a gay couple, but at the same time, you can't be afraid of who you are. You got to show the world, hey, I am this powerful human being.
And I love
super happy about it.
Like, you cannot be afraid of who you are. And this morning, you were out there door knocking $1 million properties and a whole different
I was door knocking $30 million properties and up. I literally door knocked Kylie Jenner's house today.
I mean,
that was the first house I went to.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding.
Amanda knocked Kylie
and don't
Jenner's
even
house
try to.
today.
You guys can try to come for it, but don't, because I have her birthday, so I will be her realtor. We have the same birthday, and I will be her realtor one day.
Oh my God.
She is a Leo. So
we are sitting with Kylie Jenner's realtor.
We are
sitting with Kylie Jenner's realtor right now.
It will happen.
It will happen.
I believe that.
It has happened. It has happened already.
She already sold it. It happened.
I'm speaking it.
Oh my God.
That was the first house I door knocked this morning. I was not scared. And you want to know what was so amazing? It's honestly the confidence, guys. You don't have to know that you're the best.
I'm so inspired.
It doesn't matter. It's just the confidence. And a lot of that confidence honestly comes from books. Like, I'll use Frederick Eklund as an example, because he's a very successful
getting secrets
realtor.
here. Got it.
I read his book, The Cell, years ago. And I have this thing where if there's anyone that I look up to and they say something one time, I take it, and that's enough for me.
Amazing.
I look up to him and plenty of other people. So when they say something, that's what sticks with me. He said, be colorful. Do things that stand out. You don't want to blend in. You want to be memorable.
Yes.
So the outfits and things go right along with that. And ever
it really
since,
does.
he always also said, wear a watch.
Okay.
If you go, anytime I meet with developers, I always wear rose gold Rolex because it's flashy, and they always comment on it because they might not remember you, but they'll remember your watch.
Wow.
And if you think about that, there's a lot of times I've met people and I don't know who they are. I don't even remember their face, but I remember the watch they were wearing.
There you go.
You share the same watch with them or something. You're like, oh, I remember you.
It's just something memorable. So like these outfits, the outfit's a part of it, but the confidence is part of it. It's all part of our exterior that we use, and it's the energy. It's all of it.
And that's high confidence because you're out there, like I said, you know, walking the streets. It's obviously very beautiful areas, but still,
it's intimidating sometimes, though.
Right, because these areas, even though they're very beautiful, it's Bel-air, it's Beverly Hills. I mean, they are some of the hot spots now of the world where, you know, unfortunately, I have to say this, where people are like getting robbed and, you know, being, you know, so young and beautiful and dressed so beautifully as well. You know, you're in the streets, you never know who's out there watching you, but at the same time, you're so, you know, for your business, you know what you want, and you're not gonna let anything stop you. And you're out there in your heels knocking Kylie Jenner's house. Like you guys, that takes so much.
I made it through the gate, and then security stopped me, and then he
this
came
is the best
out.
Story
I
ever.
know his name. I'm not gonna tell you. He came out, spoke to me, shook my hand, and also when I door knock, I never do it alone. I always have someone with me.
There you go.
Today I door knocked with Brandon, who's incredible. We match our outfits. We were both wearing tan. But yeah, we met the security. We spoke to him, and me and him both have high energy.
Okay.
We love to talk to people. You feel that. So even the security that normally is like, get off the property, was like, hold on, let me come down there and talk to you. We talked to him for 5 minutes. Remember his name. We will be back.
There you go. There you go. Oh my God. This is the first time we're hearing this, so I'm a little shocked right now.
You are so bold. Seriously.
Wow.
It doesn't take that much like science mentally to do something so bold. Like you just wake up and you're like, I'm just going to go ahead and door knock. I'm going to go out there.
And I'm going to go door knock Kylie Jenner's house. Sorry, I'm so lit up.
That part wasn't planned.
Wow.
We planned the area. And then I met up with Brandon. He was on a call. I got him in my car. I said, let me just drive us. And he's like, wow, you really know the whole area. I'm like, I know the whole area. I can tell you everything about Bel-air Road.
As you should. As a realtor,
Honey,
right?
I will knock every house in Bel-air, and I will know every person there.
And
I'm on my way. So
right
after this. I got him in the car and pulled him over. And the plan was not to go to Kylie's, but I know where her house is.
Right.
We drove by. I'm like, why not just start with a bang, Holmby Hills.
Why not?
You never know if she needs to sell her home, so
she could have been driving in. You don't.
And legit, like I know I'm very excited right now because this story's so lit, but like you never know if she has.
This is the truth. This is what I was doing from 9 to 11 a.m.
Exactly.
This morning.
No, exactly.
I love that.
Like how many times have we door knocked and we got a sell off of it? So
we
people
really have.
And it goes back to education. Like there's some people that are sitting in their homes for like 10, 15 years and they just never had somebody go knock on the door and say, hey, I'm going to offer you some education. Here's a little folder with some education of the market we're in now. And that's when people, they might throw it on the table, but if they go back and look at it later and see what we're trying to, how we're trying to educate them, that's when we get the calls and they're like, yes, we do want to sell our home. But you have to be bold like Amanda, everyone, and you have to get out there, put your heels on or your little shoes and go door knock, do what you have to do. Because if I could be honest, I would never think that you would be out in the sun, door knocking, like, you know, your blonde hair, everything, but you're out there and you're putting in work. And, you know, you are very professional looking, but, you know, sometimes it seems like you should be standing in a $300 million home, but you guys, she is out here in the streets, walking, trying to help people, provide education. I mean, I'm just so inspired right now. I'm so sorry.
My God,
I'm
going crazy.
That's just to name one. I mean, obviously being a real estate professional is great, but you also have your business. You also run, you know, you have your podcast show now, and there's probably so many different more things that we can ask you, but you're just like, I'm just going to keep going forward. And that's such a great way of looking at life. You have this powerful intuition of just expecting the best for yourself, and you're not going to let anything. And from what you told me earlier, you're not in a relationship because you're like, I'm going forward and no one's going to hold me back. And
and it's great. Not that I'm not open to it. And let me tell you guys, like, not every day is rainbows. We have bad days. I cry, get stressed out. Like, I can't sleep well at night sometimes because the mind is still going. Like, this job is a lot of work. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. It really is. This is a lifestyle that I commit to literally every day. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Religiously on my own, like I'm trained this way,
there you go. I love
and it's
that.
natural. When I don't work, I get stressed out. I have high goals for myself, and I want to reach them. And I have this vision in my head that I'm chasing that no one has seen but me. And this where I'm at now is part of it. I bet you 5 years ago, no one ever believed that I would be doing what I'm doing now. But I saw it in my head, so I don't really care. I'm chasing my dreams. It's not for everyone else.
It really,
but it is hard. So every day is not amazing. I have a great perspective. I have all the tools to put myself back in alignment, get myself on track, and stay there. But I have bad days. I beat myself up sometimes. The pressure will get to me.
So much pressure.
Where I'm just like, oh my God, I suck. Like, how am I going to get in that $300 million house? They don't just get planted there. These people are cold calling.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you don't even understand. There's people that call 200 people every day. You know how draining that is to call 200 people? Like, it's an energy thing.
My God.
It's an exchange. So you also have to know yourself. How much can I really commit to with phone calls every day or door knocking hours? How many times a week can I go for 2 hours more? You know, you have to really have grit and just keep at it. But it's
you
hard.
keep persisting, and that's the most important part. You don't give up. You don't let nothing.
I will not give up.
And that's huge. A lot of people don't have that. They don't have the drive to, well, I'll door knock an extra door.
Do you have do you have something that one day, I feel like everybody has this, but like one day that, you know, it clicked and you're like, I am going to have this amazing life. Like, when did you have that mindset where you had these visions and you were like, I'm going to make this happen no matter what? Did something happen to you, or it's just how you, like, I think you said it's always how you've always been, but still, I feel like there might have been something there where you're just like, I'm gonna change my life forever. Maybe it was when you were younger, you know.
I think that click has happened many times throughout my life. They're like pivot or transition periods.
Of course.
I think from childhood, it's been instilled in me, or at least I realized on my own. I was very kind of left alone as a child. I wasn't ignored, but I was kind of just like on my own to do things.
Got
it. So I just would like watch TV and watch other things, and I'm like, I want to be like this. I don't want to be anything like this. So I just did everything I could to get to go towards the best, to where I knew I just saw the destination and went towards that. I didn't care where I was starting. I didn't care. And then I worked my way up. But I've known since I was 19 that I was going to do real estate. I knew I was dating a developer who was older than me. I always tell this story. I say that he ruined me, which he didn't, but I make the joke because I was 19. He took me on a private jet for the first time.
Oh my God.
I lived in Orlando. He was a big developer. He owned gas stations and all these things.
Oh, wow.
And he took me from Orlando to Miami, which is like a 30-minute flight on a plane.
On a private jet.
Yeah, it was a small one, but trust me, it doesn't matter at that. I was 19.
It's still a private
I'm going
jet,
on a
though.
private jet. It doesn't matter the size.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this. I'm telling you, this is what happened.
Yes.
And I fell in love with real estate really from him because he would drive me around to see condos, rehabs, plots of land, like potential developments, anything and everything. And I would see him in Miami, which of course, you know, Miami is very desirable, always has been. And he would teach me things like, this house is a flat piece of land. If I just add the dock and pay this much amount. So this is what ended up happening during this time. There was a house on Amanda Street. It was like El Amanda Street or La Amanda Street.
Oh
yeah,
my
like
God.
10 years ago. And I was like, oh my God.
Right,
There was a house. He bought the land. He was going to build on it. It was on an inlet.
Mm-hmm.
He added the dock only. It cost him like, I don't know, 100 to 200,000. He profited 500,000 just by adding the dock and sold the land.
No
Someone
way.
wanted it after that,
Yes.
offered him the right amount, made 500K profit.
That's
Wow.
insane.
That stuck with me. And then there was a girl who was a beautiful Colombian girl in
Yes.
Miami. I remember this girl.
Yes.
She was giving us a tour around the house. She was very pretty.
Yes.
And then I don't know, just something after when we left the house, he looked at me and he's like, "That should be you. Like
Wow.
if this girl is doing it, you will run
Yes.
circles around this girl.
Yes.
This is
Wow.
what you need to do."
Yeah.
And
Oh my
I
God.
looked up to him because he was so smart and I
Yes.
already had the passion.
Yes.
That it clicked and I was like, that is what I'm gonna do.
Love
so I
it.
always knew it, but I
Yeah.
kept it close to me because I
Wow.
wasn't really into
Yeah.
like meditating, manifesting. I didn't know any of this then.
course.
This
Right.
is like stuff that has really evolved
Right.
Yes.
over the last 5-10
Yes.
years, whatever.
Right.
So I was living in Vegas, and all my friends knew I was going to do real estate. But then when I started it here, like everyone's like shocked. I'm not shocked, like at
No,
all.
yeah.
When people ask, "Are
Right.
you surprised?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"No,"
Right.
because I know this is what I'm working for. Why am I
Yes.
surprised? Like
Yes.
I have this plan in mind. This is what I'm working towards. I know that this is what I'm going to
Yeah.
do. So that's what it
Yeah.
is.
And I had a very similar experience like yours. I remember when I was a little older. I think I was 21.
Yeah.
And I had this Oriental man that was selling my parents' house, and he came knocking on the door. "Hey, I'll sell your parents' house," but they weren't there. They're like, "Oh, what do you do?" He was already like looking to get more interest about me, kind of like what you did. "Hey, let me talk to the security guy and get his name and information." So he was taking my name, my information. So he knew what he was doing.
Right.
And he was like, "Why don't you get into real estate?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know. I never thought about that."
Another door knocking story.
That was a door. It's a door knocking
A
story.
door
Yeah.
knocking story.
And I was working in a collection agency. I was the top producing collection agent at the moment. I was doing very well for myself. 21-year-old making almost $250,000 a year. Back in the day, to me,
Wow.
that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I was collecting for big accounts, and the guy was like, "You should be in real estate. I think you have the." For some reason, he just felt the energy that I could do it. And since I was 21, I started as being an agent like yourself and Mike
Right.
for about a year. And I'm like, all right, it's not for me. I obviously I do mortgages, but the fact is, that's how I started my inspiration of growing in this real estate business, because I realized I am a people person. I do love talking to
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
I might not like showing and walking into homes, but I do love finance a lot. I have an accounting major, but that is such a great story because it just made me think about it. Like, God, everybody has a story
Right.
of a moment that, hey, that makes me spark a
Yes.
pivoting moment in my
Yes.
life, and everybody watching has that experience. Everybody has the chance to change.
Right.
Yes.
Everybody
Right,
does.
right,
We
right.
could all
Yes.
literally be
Yeah.
like, hey, we couldn't accepted anything from that story, but the
Yes.
reality is everybody has something that has scared them.
Yeah.
Everybody has something that has made them not as
Inspired.
bold or
Inspired.
inspired them, and you can make that
Yes,
move.
yes.
You could be
Yeah.
an agent as successful as
Yeah.
Amanda. You could, and she's a woman empowered. Women
Yes,
watching this stuff,
yes,
come on,
yes.
look at her. This is insane.
Right.
Like, this is crazy.
Yes.
And,
love
and we're
it.
two gay individuals, so I mean, you could be whoever you are, whoever you want to be,
Yes,
and
yes.
become a great.
Right.
Just
yes.
pivot and
exactly.
change it.
Yeah.
You know?
So it was like the click was, and I know he's your ex, but he kind of was like a mentor in a way, right?
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you say that, right?
I will tell you right now,
You know?
my number one thing I'm attracted to is smarts.
Yes.
I don't know.
Right.
You don't have to be the
Intellect.
most
Right.
intelligent person, but
Right.
I love
got
like
it.
the
Yes.
human connection,
Yes.
interaction.
Oh my
I
God,
want to
I
have
second
like the
that. I
dynamic.
second that.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yes.
So I'm most attracted to smarts. It's
Right.
not the looks or
Yes.
anything.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I've been with guys that are the most beautiful men that I've ever seen.
Love
And
it.
honestly,
Love
I'm
it.
just saying
Yes.
the truth is that doesn't stimulate me for long. I
Right.
get very bored with that
Right.
because
Makes
I'm a
sense.
powerful woman.
Yes.
I
You're always
obviously-
going. You always have to be having the conversations,
Yes.
looking to the future. And,
Yeah.
if you're not, at least you have to have a little bit of brains for that, you guys. So just say.
Just
Well,
a
I
little
just
bit,
want to
but,
have.
know.
I like personality, and I want
Yes.
someone to make me laugh, and
Right.
I want you to teach me
Yes.
stuff.
Right.
Learning from someone is my
Exactly.
favorite thing.
Oh, I love
Like
that.
when I see like the
Yes.
stuff that turns me on these
Yes,
days is
yes,
like I'll
yes.
see something organized or like a
Right.
sick kitchen.
Yeah,
I'm like
right.
that literally gets me excited. Like I'm like it's
Yes,
shit. Like
it's-
as ridiculous
yes.
as
So
that
good.
sounds.
No, it
that's how I
doesn't.
feel.
Yeah.
And like I don't know
I
why I'm
feel
in
you,
this
I feel
package,
you.
but I like the stuff that I
Yeah,
like.
it's good. It's
Right.
good.
Right.
That's
right.
what it. I want stimulation.
Yes,
I don't care about
definitely.
the outside stuff.
Right,
really.
right. Yes, definitely.
Like that's everything is so
Uh-huh.
much more meaningful for me. And yes,
Yes.
my exes,
Yes.
I'm very fortunate.
There you
They've
go.
been successful.
Yes.
And other ones that maybe weren't as successful,
Right.
I still learned amazing things
I
from
love
them
that.
and from that
Yes.
relationship.
Good
But yeah,
energy.
I've had
Yeah.
a lot of my greatest lessons have come from my exes.
Right.
And
Yes.
and or other friends that are very successful. I don't have to date them,
Right.
but they teach me stuff because
Right.
I'm hungry to learn.
Right,
I ask
right.
a million questions.
Yes.
And when you ask someone,
Yes.
what do people want to talk about?
Yes.
Themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
All day.
All
Yeah.
day.
So when you're asking someone genuinely with curiosity, like,
Yes.
tell me how you did this, or
Right.
and over and over, and I'm asking, I'm intrigued, I'm praising them, like I'm excited, they're excited. It makes them feel good,
Yes.
makes you feel good, and I feed off of that.
Very true.
It does open a lot of doors for conversation too, because
Yeah.
people definitely, like you said, they
Absolutely.
love to talk about themselves. So if I was to ask
Yes.
you, hey, hi, how are you doing, Amanda? So I love what you're doing, and you're like, oh,
Yes.
you're interested about me?
Yes.
And then you're gonna bring up the conversation. Oh, well, this is what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you being so honest about it, because
Yeah.
you can be real and be
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm just gonna go out and expose the
Right.
data about me, and people are intrigued about.
You
getting
have
that
to
information.
own who you are.
Yeah.
I don't have time to, if I'm running around not owning shit, then I'm going to feel
Yes.
insecure when something happens.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Right.
You know how many
Yes.
things you skip
Yes.
just by being like, this is who I am? I
Yes.
already am hard enough on myself.
Right.
I don't need like all that extra shit. I can't, I don't
Yeah.
have time to think about what you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you're going to critique me because I screwed something up, I'll
Right.
be embarrassed, but
Right.
I'll learn and I'll get
Yes.
better.
Yes.
So in the end, it's just about getting better. So
Definitely.
Truly.
stop being
Definitely.
a perfectionist.
Right.
Be willing to grow and like hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, I always
still love this.
I always say like you have to like mimic others, others that are successful. Like you said, it doesn't have to be a past relationship. You know, we have
Yeah.
relationships
Right.
with our business
Very
partners,
true.
Albert and Sil, and they, you know, introduce us to people, and then we grow from,
Yes.
you know, mimicking what they do. You know,
Yes.
I know we have a Ferrari, but we truly mimicked our business partners, Albert and Sil, and what did that bring us? It bring us so much connections and so many relationships. And
Yes.
so, you know, you know, you guys have to learn that, truly learn how to be a mimic, but make sure it's from the right people, right? So though, even though those are, you know, maybe your exes or your past relationships, you mimic them because they were intelligent, like you said, and you didn't walk away with bad energies and I'm not going to not learn from them. You know, you took it and ran, you know?
And I
Right.
think the reason why I'll say like my exes
Yes.
is that I spent a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
So there's a
Yes.
lot of time there. I'm comfortable to ask them dumb
Right.
questions. Like
Yeah.
we have an intimate
Yeah.
relationship.
Right.
So there's something with that
Yes.
that goes a long way. If you're with someone that you admire, that you look up to in business,
Yes.
I'm not dating you because you have money. There's
Right.
things that I'm intrigued about.
Exactly.
I'm learning from you.
Yes.
Do you know how much better I am because
Yes.
I've had relationships
Right.
with smart people?
Right,
Yes.
right. I love that.
It's not me. Like we're not
Yeah.
reinventing the wheel here.
Right.
I'm taking knowledge from everyone that I've met and I'm applying it to my life. I'm not
that.
creating all of this. I'm
Love
taking
that.
little bits and pieces from others.
So
I
good.
love that so much.
So I have a
Yeah.
question for you. So,
Yes.
you know, since we're all being honest,
Yes.
what is the next level of Amanda? What is the next thing, the next big thing? So we're in 2023. It's still January.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the year. What is it that you're looking to create? We had another podcaster that came in here and said, "Oh, I don't like using the word goals because it kind of limits you." That's him. That's his thought.
Okay.
But what is what you think would be considered something that you see yourself in the future, even if it's at the end of this year? Maybe you're more of a person that analyzes quarterly. But what do you see yourself, and what's the next
Yes.
Amanda look like?
Well, I'm just gonna say I'm working towards selling my first 100 million.
Okay.
So I just my
Wow.
vision board,
Yes.
like where I'm at is like I sold 100 million. That's just where
Yes.
I'm
That
at.
is
Like,
so
I'm a
good.
$100
Yes.
million agent. I want
right.
that. I want to
Yes.
hit that
Yes,
first.
yes, yes.
So everything I'm doing is structured towards that. My vision board says 100 million sold. Like
Yes.
everything is how I'm going to do that. Where am I going to knock? What are those numbers going to be?
Yes.
I never really used to be a planner because I always, with social media, everything
Right.
I've done, I made money. Then in there,
Yes.
everything was
Yes.
instant gratification. This
Yes.
instant. So that's something I've learned to be more strategic, to think down the line,
Got
to
that.
really pencil in those numbers. Like I have a
Yes.
coach that I
Yes.
work with.
Yes.
I love her. Her name's Tina Marks. She's amazing in Newport. Hi, Tina.
Hey,
But
get it.
she has helped me also how to like really implement the business plan and the numbers and your marketing.
Yes.
What are you going to hold yourself accountable to?
Right.
And like hitting those things
Yeah.
every week. Also tracking everything
Oh my
you
God, the
do.
tracking is
I
so
never,
important.
I mean, that's mistakes I've made in the past. I
Right.
haven't tracked
Guilty,
every single
guilty.
thing that I've done properly. Every
Yes.
phone call, every this.
Right.
Because when you go to Tom Ferry and you go to Avengers Masterminds and you go to
Yes.
all these things,
Yes.
there's data that comes
So
with
much.
that.
Absolutely.
And
So
it's in the
much.
numbers. If you call a certain amount of people,
Right.
you should be getting this many
Yes.
deals
Right.
closed or appointments.
Yes.
If you're not, then your conversion is off. So you have to
Correct.
really track
Yes.
all of that
Right.
to also know hold yourself accountable. Where are you falling short? What can you really do?
Yes.
it's just really trying to work smarter.
Right.
That's my thing this year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work smarter,
That
be
makes
more
sense.
There you go.
strategic,
Yes.
and really learn from the best.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because
Definitely.
of course I've grown a lot, but I'm also moldable in real estate. I can be moldable. I've not been
Yes.
doing it for 20 years where I'm set in my
Yes.
old school way of marketing and
Right.
training.
Right.
And that's the advantage that I see now.
Yes.
Like a lot of the older agents or that have been doing it for a while,
Right.
some of them have pivoted or
Yes.
evolved with the world.
Yes.
But I don't think a lot have because they
Yeah.
have their old school way of doing business that
I
works for
agree.
them. They have
Correct.
referrals.
I
They
agree.
are penciled in. Like they're good.
Yeah, they're
But for me, it's like,
Right.
How am I taking them out?
exactly.
Right.
I'm coming for your
I love
listings
that
because you're
drive,
getting
that
old.
competition.
And I'm
Right.
going to do
Yeah.
this till I die.
And
so
I agree.
I'm moving in on your
And
stuff.
I agree because somebody has to take over the job, you know. And if we have to come in with our technology,
Yes.
our youth, our drive, our willingness to get it done, and it's like I know, like, look, I get it. You're about to be 60, 70 years old, but it's not bad. There's a lot of healthy people
Yeah.
can do it still, but most of them will fall out. And who's
Yeah.
going to replace them? Somebody is going to need to sell that property. Somebody
Yeah.
is going to need to take you to go see homes. So we have to
Yeah.
be the ones to step it up,
Oh my
step
God,
in, and make
that
it happen.
really should be like everybody's
You know?
mission
Yeah.
statement should be to innovate, and you're innovating. You're like, I'm going to
Right.
do something different than,
Yes.
unfortunately, the older people. And honestly,
Right.
even for me, it took me a
Yeah.
long time to even change because I'm 44. So for me, I was like, I'm
And
so used to
everybody's
a trend.
replaceable. Like we have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
let's-
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We're not trying to be rude here or talk about old
No.
people. It's just
But it's harder.
everything needs to, you
Yeah.
know, everybody gets replaced at one point in, time.
And
you
We
know?
also
have
have
to
to be
pivot.
honest about where
Right.
we're at.
Right.
We're in
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Right.
Sorry,
We
this
are.
is like one of the most competitive markets in
very
the world.
competitive, yeah.
With
Literally.
the best brokers, best
Yes.
agents
Yes.
in the world on
Yes.
television with
Yes.
millions of followers and
Right.
TV shows, podcasts, like
Yes.
anything
So many people
and
watching.
everything.
Yes.
Every move, you know, they're watching your every. Did you not show homes on Friday and Saturday? You only showed on Sunday. It's like they're watching everything you do. It's Los Angeles. It's being watched by the world. So we have to be that much
competitive.
extra. Right, it's so
Yeah.
competitive, and being extra. Actually, I love your closet. So
Thank you.
Oh
if-
my
if
God,
you
you're
I
guys
love
were-
your guys'
oh my-
closet
oh my
as
God.
every time I see you.
Maybe
you
his
inspire
closet.
me
Mine's
so
okay.
much. So if you look in Amanda's closet, I swear it is
It's
pink
insane.
blazers, it's green blazers, it's literally a rainbow, it's white blazers, purple blazers.
Blazers, yeah.
So you've inspired me. I have basically the same closet, but not as
Your
much as
version.
you.
Not the clothes,
Yeah,
though. That
and,
definitely
and I'm
male
trying to get the
clothes.
colors right, but you're in real estate, you're in podcasts, you know, you're out there door knocking. Who taught you like how to dress and all this like amazing look you got going on? It is so
I taught myself
delicious.
before when I was younger I wanted to be
Yeah.
a stylist.
Okay, I knew
Okay.
there
That
was
was my
something
thing.
there.
So just to
I
hit
knew
some-
there was
I
something
wanted
there.
to be a stylist,
Yeah.
which I still love it now. I
Right.
can still style people.
Oh
Like
my
I
God,
have
look at this. Like, are you kidding me? This is
I
like,
love dressing people
We
up.
have to
Yeah.
go shopping with you. Like
Right.
that.
Oh my God, I would
It's a
love
must.
that.
Yeah.
If people want me to style them,
Yeah.
I would totally do it. But they have
Yes.
to be like either a client
Yes.
or someone that really needs help because I don't
Right.
have the time.
Right,
God.
But
exactly.
I'm happy to come
Yes.
if I sell by your whatever
You
you,
know.
need. I'll come do your
Yeah.
whole closet.
Right,
Yes,
right.
yes.
This is like
exactly.
concierge.
We're
You
here
want to
for
make
you.
You
people's
know.
life easier. I can
Exactly.
style you. I can find you
Yes.
private jets.
Yes.
I can sell your house.
You can
Exactly.
make
I
it
can make you
happen.
dinner reservations.
Exactly.
What do you need?
Right.
I
right.
love
We're here for it
basically.
all. We're
That
here for
concierge
it all.
service is like so
Oh my
amazing.
God, yes.
I love that.
I need to get more on your level with the closet though, but it's so amazing. You guys have to go check out Amanda's closet. There should be
Oh my
like a
gosh.
Instagram just for your closet. That's how many outfits Amanda has. It's so like epic. I'm trying to get there.
That's
I'll
where
get
my
there one
money
day.
is. So yes,
There
it's
you
in
go.
the closet.
Okay. But the
Yeah.
marketing, you have to invest in marketing.
No,
so
for sure.
that
Of
goes back to
course.
that. Your closet's your marketing. You know. What
It's
I mean?
all just part of your
Yes.
appearance,
Yes.
your confidence, and your package.
Yeah.
I don't buy the clothes for anyone else. I buy
Right.
them because this is my like superhero
Yes,
costume.
yes.
This is how I feel good. I love
Exactly.
dressing up. It's an
Yes.
expression of creativity.
It really
Love
is.
that.
It's an
Yeah.
expression
Ryan
of
Cernhat.
everything.
I think you met Ryan Cernhat. You're
Yes,
part of the
he's
group,
literally
right?
my favorite.
Oh my
I went
God.
to one of his
Yeah.
masterminds.
Oh my God, I love
great.
that you're so involved in like all the like amazing,
best
like, you know,
ones
all the best
almost.
Yeah,
ones.
that's great.
And I know actually he has a suit that he uses as his lucky suit, right? Have you heard of that? It's his,
Yes.
It's his striped suit. It's like I think it's pink.
And
now
when
that
you
I'm
put it
thinking
on,
about
you feel amazing,
you
and you
feel
go
like-
out and you just feel like you
Yes.
can take over the world.
Yeah,
Right?
he even
Right?
says he feels like it's his lucky Superman suit, kind of like you just said.
Yeah.
And I really feel that way too when we put on a suit because like I just feel so amazing. I actually used to be in dental, so my suit was scrubs with a mask and glasses and a
Right.
hairpiece. So now that I get to help
Yeah.
people in a nice, you know, beautiful suit and still
Yep.
get that feeling of helping people, I'm just like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is it. So.
Yeah, it makes you feel good to
Yeah,
have fun with
right.
the outfits. Like
really does.
this is a part of
Yes.
our expression, who
Mhm.
we are.
It
Right,
really is.
exactly,
I love it.
exactly. We have to be who we are, and that's how we get most of our business as well, just being us.
Yes.
You know, literally Eli dressed like this morning, and I see him. I didn't even know, and I'm like, oh my God, I love
we
it.
talked about pink, and we're like,
You
let's do
know,
it. Why
we
not?
just said the word pink, and then we just be ourselves.
But we do have all the colors in the closet, so we're like, all right, we got green, purple, pink, orange. We got it all.
And again, just going back to it, because we dressed how we wanted to today, we were being us. We got that client right there on the way out of our little coffee shop. I feel so stupid, but they're right here. I couldn't even put them away because we were on the run. Like, I was like, oh my God, we have to call Amanda. We're on the way. I have a listing going on. You know what I mean? And
yes, it's crazy.
You know, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to put them away because I have plans for this. These cards are going to be very important. So, you know, that's why I had to put them right here. But, you know, it's so amazing to be yourself. You know,
it really
You're
is.
walking billboards.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. And actually, speaking of billboards, you were also on a few billboards. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh my gosh, how do you know that?
Yeah, that was everywhere.
I
it was all
mean,
over. I saw you on that
know.
billboard. I was like, oh
We
my
know.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I've been on a few.
Okay,
It's been
tell
a minute
us.
though, I think.
Oh my God.
But you were, though. But you were. So that's the most important part.
But you were marketing yourself, correct? Right? This is what it's for. You know, so
I haven't been on billboards for real estate though. That's
Okay,
something I need
got
to
it.
do.
Okay, but still, getting your name out there, just even
Yes.
Amanda, you know what I mean? It's like just your name, Amanda.
You can put yourself on a bus.
Yes.
You can literally put your face on a bus.
Literally.
Exactly.
And honestly,
Yes.
in the data, that
Right.
stuff works.
Yes.
If say it's $8,000 to $16,000 to wrap a bus, it'll be
Okay.
something like that.
That
If
is
there's
not
more than one
bad.
person, you can split it.
Wow.
And if not, that bus is going to run around probably for like a month.
Oh,
If one
my
person
God.
calls you, one transaction closing at $1 million, $30,000, you have to think it pays for it.
really
Yes.
does.
You have to
Here's
really-
the secrets that Amanda has here. We love these secrets are dropping.
Doesn't
And-
mean it's going to happen right away,
Right.
but these are investments
Yeah, it
in
really
the
is.
future,
It really
and
is.
over
Yes.
time, it works.
Exactly. And I know we're in mortgages and real estate, but we are talking for everybody here. I
Yeah.
mean, you could be in the medical field. You can be in, and you know what I mean, in any
Yeah.
field. And as long as you're marketing, you're going to get ahead. You know what I mean? You could be in medical, like I said. You could wrap the bus with your medical supplies or
You
your
could do so
medical
many
company.
different things to
You do
market,
not
for sure.
have to be. We're not just talking real estate here. This goes in everybody's world. Honestly,
It could be for anyone.
Yes, exactly. We're just trying to provide the knowledge so you guys can go out there as well. You know, we're young. You know, we have a lot of energy. We're driven. If you just mimic a couple of the things that we're doing, I mean, maybe we'll be sitting with you guys on Amanda's podcast, on our podcast. Who knows? You know what I mean? So
and don't ever feel like you can't do what we do. Maybe we've already reached a certain level of success. You can start from the beginning. You can buy suits on Amazon to start off. You can start
Yes.
in
Oh,
the
yeah.
beginning.
Yes. Oh my God,
Everything
yes.
can be very inexpensive to start with. That's how we started. We started buying
Yes.
things very
Yeah.
small,
Yeah.
small time suits. We didn't have a Ferrari in the
Right.
Tesla. We had a
Right.
small little car.
Yes.
Yeah.
What car? What was our first car? I don't even remember.
It was.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
It was
a Mazda.
a
I
Mazda
mean,
or
they're not
something.
bad. I'm just saying it was
But
from
I
a
mean, like,
Mazda
when you're
to a
selling homes
Ferrari.
in real estate in LA,
You know.
you kind of need
Yeah.
to upgrade a little
Yeah,
bit.
but
Right.
at the same time, you don't have to spend $1 million to
Right.
look like $1 million
Correct.
at all. I can go to
Exactly.
Target and put an amazing outfit together.
I
Taste
love
is
you.
taste.
I love you. Yes.
If you have good taste, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You can wear something all white. You can wear a
Yes.
white T-shirt and jeans and look like $1 million.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be. My jacket is from
Yes.
Zara. Looks like it's
Love it.
Balmain. This is probably
It does.
$80 or less.
Love it.
My shoes are expensive. I like the accessories to be expensive.
Yes.
I
I
like
don't disagree
expensive
with you.
shoes because
Yeah.
they
Okay.
make me feel good
Yes,
when I walk
yes,
in them.
exactly.
I've always had a thing
I
about
love that. Yes.
But the clothes do not have to cost a lot of money at all.
I love
They
that.
really don't.
I literally I'm on your level. It's so crazy because literally, okay, for me, this suit right here, I got it from Amazon. Let's just say $80.
I
but
buy stuff from Amazon
you know,
all the
Amazon,
time.
and I'm not. And people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're wearing full Chanel," and I'm like, "Actually, I got this on Amazon for $80."
Literally.
But
Amazing.
I tailored it for a couple extra more dollars.
Tailoring is
but
everything.
I'm on your level when it comes to accessories. I'm
Right.
wearing the Dolce and Gabbanas. But
Yeah.
like I'm wearing an accessory that costs a lot of money, but to me as well, I feel very good walking
Exactly.
in this.
The investment
know?
is here.
Yes.
And you can wear them every day.
Right.
And you don't
Absolutely.
have to spend a lot of money.
Exactly.
And honestly, if you guys want a tip,
Yes.
the most important thing on a person is your hair. If you look like shit, I'm just saying, but your hair is freshly
Right.
done, people notice the hair. It doesn't
I
matter.
agree.
You can have no
100%.
makeup on. You don't have to have a fancy outfit, fancy shoes, jewelry. You don't have to have anything. Okay? But if you do your hair, you will look put together. So invest
There
in
you
curling
go.
irons, invest in keeping your hair done, a barber.
Yes, there
Keep
you
up with
go.
your hair, and you will look
And honestly,
sharp.
that's so true. I mean, we
Amazing.
value our hair so much. I mean, he
Yes.
spends, I don't know, about an hour in his hair. I take about 2 minutes, but I color my hair, which to me, that's
Yes,
part of our
yes.
brand. So that's important for us to look
Definitely.
genuine, different,
Yes.
unique.
Yeah.
And
I
we
love
so
that.
are into the fact of
Yes.
coloring our hair, putting it together.
mhm.
And that's true because if my hair
Yes.
was just a mess, I would feel like weaker, less power.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel like I would be
Yeah.
able to close the next deal
Yep.
because that makes me feel like I'm up. It's even
Yes.
better than I brush my teeth every day, but if I don't comb my hair,
Yes.
it's also like
You
not
feel
brushing my
unkept.
teeth. I feel
Right. Right.
I might as well stay
exactly.
in bed and just like stop.
Yeah,
Yes.
people can look this up. Like, there's articles
Yes.
about this, about how valuable the hair is. There's data on the study, clothes,
Yes.
jewelry, makeup.
Yes.
What is the
Yes.
most important thing to be put together on a person? It's their
Yes.
hair. So
No, absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. We even had to upgrade ourselves from going from one haircut a month to one haircut a week now. And it's just, you know what? The investment being on our podcast and our Instagram, it's
We're
like
a little
we
bit
need
crazy
this.
though. I mean,
We're a
to
little
cut our hair
crazy.
every week. It's
Yeah.
like the
I get
guys
my
like your
nails
hair?
done
There
every
you go.
week,
There you
Oh,
go.
see, there you go.
So,
once a week.
there you go.
I don't care.
Yes.
As soon as a nail chips, my mood has gone to shit, and no one's gonna want me to sell their house if I'm like trying to shake their hand. I got
True.
no.
Oh,
Okay.
Bad
okay.
nails.
There
It's
you go.
another thing. Like
True,
the hair,
though.
the nails make me
Yes.
feel put together. If I'm in
Yes.
sweatpants with no
Yes.
makeup and no hair and none of that.
Right, right.
If my nails and toes are done and they look good, I
Yes.
feel good.
Yes.
When something goes wrong with that, then it's like an insecurity. I don't
Definitely.
want
God.
any insecurities. I
Definitely.
just want to be me.
Right.
So-
You
so-
feel good, you do good.
So I'm curious.
Yeah.
So you have a listing in Bel-air.
Yes.
And I would
Love
love
it.
to ask you, how did you get that listing? How did that present itself to you?
So that listing was actually my first listing that I
Oh,
had when I started
wow.
my career.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
God.
Yeah, we leased it to buy,
Okay.
but now we're back
Okay.
on the market because they're going somewhere else.
Okay.
But yeah, that house is actually one of my exes.
Okay.
We're
Yes.
not together, haven't been
Yes,
for
yes.
a while, but
Got
we're
it.
very close.
Mhm.
We're like best friends.
Love it.
So
Oh,
Love
I
it.
go to him for advice.
Wow.
We're kind of like my family is not the
Yes.
greatest, so
Uh-huh.
the relationships I make with people,
Yes.
I value myself and I pride myself on the fact that I'm able to maintain those relationships.
I love that.
Yes.
Wow.
And yeah, and this
Powerful.
person in particular was a very difficult lesson for me.
Mhm.
Okay.
But also it means a lot because he sees a lot of value in me. He's a very smart man. He could work with any agent he wants. It's
Yes.
a co-listing.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
have it with his realtor that he's worked with for
Yes.
over 25 years,
Got it.
Bashir, and he's incredible.
Wow. There
As
you
I
go.
said before,
Yes.
Bashir, he works with a lot of the Saudi clients and things
Okay.
like that.
Yes.
He does not really do marketing. Old school way of doing
Got
business.
it.
Go, yes.
So the house was on the market. I'm going to rewind a little bit to
Yes.
2 years ago, a year and a
Yes,
half ago,
yes,
when
yes.
I first got my license.
Mhm.
The way that I got this listing, I started marketing the house for him. He paid me just to do marketing.
Wow,
I was
okay.
not licensed yet. This is during COVID. I was waiting for them to approve my application.
Right.
Got it.
I already
right.
had everything set up that I was
Yes.
going to work at the agency from Mauricio. He
There you
brought me on
go.
himself.
Love
So we
it.
were waiting for everything to reopen so I could take my test. So I was like, you're missing this with marketing. There's no marketing. It's
Yes.
dead. Your house has been on the market
So
for this
important
long.
too.
You have no
So
marketing.
important.
So I just came at him.
Yeah.
We're at a dinner, literally. I
Yeah.
remember, and I was like, "The marketing sucks.
Yes.
You have nothing to market your
Straight up.
house. You have
Yeah.
nothing on this. You could do this. I could do this. I could just
Wow.
was shooting off with
Yeah.
all the things that I
Yeah.
could do." So he goes, "Okay, how about this? I'll pay you X amount. You just market the house." Okay, great.
Yeah,
I'll do that, and I'll
definitely.
help
Yes,
you
yes.
market it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I know I'm going to get my license. I
Right.
wasn't even thinking about getting this list. I swear to God,
Yes.
I wasn't even in my mind. I didn't even
Yeah,
have my
yeah.
license yet.
Yes,
So I'm
yes.
6 months out. I didn't know when it's going to happen. So then we'll fast forward. I did the marketing. I made amazing videos, lifestyle videos, all this kind of stuff.
Love it.
And you have some on your social media. I've
I
seen
have
that.
some on,
All that.
yes, all those,
so
that's
good.
the stuff
Yeah.
that I made.
I love
That was
stuff.
before I even had my license.
Got
it.
So then once I got my license, it was a month before I got my license. I took the test. I was setting up everything with the agency, emails, paperwork,
Yes, right.
all the information.
Yeah.
And he calls me one day and he's like, "Hey, I think this is like June 1st or something." He's like, "I just want to let you know my listing agreement that I had for the past whatever time
Yeah.
expires in 30 days. I'm bringing you on. Congratulations. This is your first
Wow.
listing." Literally, this is how he
Oh
calls me
my
and tells me,
God.
"Congratulations. It's your first listing." I'm like, "Oh my God." And he's like, "Bashir's going to be on it." I'm okay, cool. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh,"
You're
I'm
like,
like,
okay,
"Whoa,
okay.
hold on,
Yeah,
I'm ready
yeah.
for this." But
Right.
like,
Let's do
oh,
this.
what are we
Yes,
doing here?
yes, yes.
He's like, "Are you kidding? Bashir's on it." Like, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's
Okay,
like, "I'm
okay.
giving you a chance, but I'm not
Oh, wow.
done." you
Oh
know?
my God.
Because
Oh my
there's
God.
paperwork. It's a big
Yes.
transaction. Like, you
Oh
can get
my
sued.
God.
These things are
Yes.
very
Oh,
important.
absolutely.
And
Real
this is
estate
Very
like
in
that.
this is in Bel-air,
Bel-Air.
in one of the most famous cities in the
Bel-Air
whole entire
Road,
world.
World.
One of the most desirable streets
Oh
in
my
all of
God.
Los
Like,
Angeles.
But all the
Seriously.
world, let's be honest, and this is your first listing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I literally, I wasn't even valid with the
Yeah.
agency yet. I was
Yeah.
in the process. So I'm like, oh my God, 30
Yes.
days. Holy crap. I'm like, this is amazing.
Definitely.
So
And
then I
like you
just-
said, he could have picked any agent, and even though he was a past partner of yours, it doesn't matter.
No.
When you're dealing with a property that big in Bel-air,
Right,
one of the most
right.
Yes.
famous cities in the whole entire world, even if you have an ex-partner, you don't just go to them because they're your ex-partner. He
No.
chose you for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And you know what I mean?
And we've been through a lot. There's
Yeah.
times where we didn't speak. We had
Yes.
a tumult. We had our issues to figure out over
Right.
time. But I'm really proud of where our relationship
Yes.
is now.
Yes.
And let me tell you, someone worth this amount of money,
Yes.
he's a very smart businessman. There's no way he's just
Right.
going to hand me over
Right.
a house and say,
Of
go
course.
have fun with my
Exactly.
$16 million house.
Exactly.
If he didn't believe in me
Yes.
and know how hard I'm willing to work, how driven I am, he knows more than most
Right.
people because he knows me
Yes.
intimately.
Yes.
He gave me that chance because he believes in me.
Yes.
That's
And
so
so
powerful.
I had a 3-month agreement. We got it leased to buy over time. So now we're back on the market.
Right.
He gave it to me right back again over time.
Amazing.
Didn't have to ask.
Yes.
He believes in me so much. And that means a lot to me.
Right,
That when
right.
you get that kind of respect from
Yes.
someone, he could give the listing to anyone he wants.
Anyone.
But he's coming to me for a
Right.
reason.
Right.
He
And then he
sees
even came
value.
back
Yeah.
to you.
He came back.
You didn't
That's
even have to
insane.
ask. That is, you know what I mean? That's so phenomenal.
Yes.
Most of the time
And
we
we're
have to
not
be knocking.
together. And we
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah,
been. We
yeah.
have a good relationship.
Yes.
And he values my opinion, and
I love that.
I value him so much
Right.
for he like went out to vouch for me that he believes in me. That's a
Yes.
stamp of an approval
Yes,
from
yes.
someone that's
Wow.
worth over 200 million, like over
Yes.
that
right,
stamp
right.
of approval means everything to
Yeah,
me.
definitely.
And the fact that it's
Yes.
after our relationship means more because
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
can say, "Oh, you can sleep with someone to get listings, or
Right,
you
right.
can do this."
Exactly.
Am I really gonna? If I sleep with someone and they give me a
Right.
$16 million house,
yes. Right.
I must be
You know?
very valuable. That's all
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying
Yes.
is like,
Exactly.
you have
yes.
to use your brain
You know,
to a certain
exactly.
degree.
Right.
There's more that goes into it
Oh
than
my
that.
goodness.
But
Yeah,
it's
no, it's
yeah,
true.
the relation like this
Yes.
business is built on
Yes.
relationships.
It so is.
I'm nurturing that relationship forever,
Mhm.
and
I
that just
love
is
that.
what it is.
I
so.
love that. And I learned so
Yes,
much from you today,
absolutely.
even past relationships, you know, if they are good to you, if they have done, you know, taught you things, you know, that you can take on for a lifetime, you know, you don't burn those bridges. You don't burn
Oh my God.
relationships if they're good to you. You know, it's a past relationship, but it doesn't matter. You learned good things from this person. He was good to you. And
Yeah.
look at what keeping your relationship did.
I will never forget the first day that I told him I wanted to do real estate. This is like 5 years
Yes.
ago or more.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And the way he looked at me, he's like, okay. He did not care. He was like,
Right.
do you know how many I've heard it from every pretty girl in
Yes.
LA? They're going to do real estate one day.
Right,
Like, I don't
yes.
give a shit what you're saying.
My
He
God.
did not care at all.
Uh-huh.
But this fast forwards years down the line,
Yes.
I've proved how driven I am.
Wow.
I've proved that I will door knock the
Yes.
whole entire street. I
Right.
will do this marketing. I will
Yes.
do everything. And a lot of the collaborations I've made, those videos get millions of views. So like I'm doing
Yes.
making smart decisions.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And I'm learning along the way. So when someone gives me that kind of chance, my
Right.
loyalty for them,
Yes.
it doesn't mean he can do whatever he wants, but I have so much respect for the fact that he gave me that opportunity, and I don't want to disappoint him. So
Yeah,
I'm going to do
definitely.
everything I can to make him proud and to make myself proud and to show others like you can say whatever you want, but I've
Right.
been busting my ass on this house for a
Yes.
while, and I'm here to seal the
Yes.
deal now.
And you got it going on for sure.
Amazing.
And I
Yeah.
love how you said collaborate.
So
Like
amazing.
seriously, everybody should be really collaborating with everybody in sometimes not the same
Absolutely.
circle. Maybe change your circle a little
of
bit.
course.
Yes.
Because we all have to, trust me,
Yeah.
we've changed circles numerous.
That's
times.
how
Like,
we
oh,
Get
met.
it's
out
not
of the
working.
comfort
That's
zone.
how we
It's-
met you
yes.
because we changed our circle.
Yep.
Yeah, going
And now
to
we're
the
sitting
Avengers
with the
Mastermind
amazing
was-
Amanda.
Seriously.
I keep wanting to say Amanda, but then I'm like, wait, I'm just gonna say amazing. It sounds better. It sounds better.
No, but honestly,
change your circle.
Yeah, change your circle.
Yeah.
Collaborate with the right people. Seek mentors.
Yes.
Because even
Oh my
ourselves, we
God.
didn't have.
Yes.
We honestly, I'm not even kidding. We
Right.
didn't have any mentors for
Right.
a long time.
Yes.
We were just going at it, see
Right.
what happens. Can we do this alone?
Mhm,
And we would
mhm.
fall on our face and never really grow from it until all of a sudden somebody
Right.
comes in front of our face
Yes.
says, "Hey, why don't you try
Right.
something different?"
Right.
And you scale from it, and then eventually you
Yes.
can even scale your mentors or
Right.
work with them for the same mission, and we
Yes.
grow and grow. And it's
Yeah.
such a beautiful thing that there's actually really good people out there that want to show you land of opportunity,
Oh my
this
gosh.
vast array of chance that you can take on yourself and then grow from it and be part of it. It's just it's so amazing.
Guys,
you know?
there's so many people that want to help you. Ooh, if you're like I work with the agency, right? As I'll say,
Yes.
so much
Yes.
value there. Santiago,
Yes.
Mauricio, James, David, John Gromit,
Yes.
like the
Yes.
list goes on and
Wow.
on.
Right.
But
So
when
good.
you like they have paved the way. They have a lot of knowledge. I want to ask them how they did it. I want to give them praise. They love when people ask.
Right.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
like people that take initiative.
Yes.
That will say, the one who asks gets fed. Like, if
There
you
you
want
go.
this, you got to ask.
Get your
Don't
best
sit in the
answer.
background.
Yep.
Go after what you want. You're going to fuck up. You're going to make
Yes.
mistakes.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You have grit
Yes.
and you
Right.
keep going.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
I love that so much.
You know,
so
so I want to thank everybody. You know, Amanda, Lynn, one of our most amazing, you know, guests here on our podcast.
We love you so
Honestly,
much.
we would love to continue this for like forever, but you
Yeah.
know, she's a busy woman. She even said herself, I
Right.
got to get on the go.
Yeah.
And she's a hustler. She's got to create her next level of wealth. But everybody wants to find her, Amanda Lynn. Or you can put her, find her on the Amanda Lynn Estates.
Yes.
She is
Yes.
beautiful, amazing, a hustler, a woman in power.
Thank
You can
you,
find her on her
guys.
Instagram. We're going to be releasing this YouTube podcast hopefully by Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yes, loves
So stay
it.
tuned, and everybody watching on our lives, we love you guys.
Stay pink, everyone.
Oh my God,
Love
yeah,
it,
wear
love
the
it.
colors.
Love
Yes.
it. Thank you, Amanda. We
I want to
love
say
you.
thank you to you guys.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank
We
you.
love you so
Much
much.
love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.